It is always entertaining to see Miriam Margolyes, and she was back on morning television this morning, causing a bit of a stir. Not as much of a stir as she has caused in the past, but she apparently shouldn't have used the word dyke to explain herself. I must say I have an entirely different understanding of the word dyke. I was brought up in Lincolnshire, in Spalding, and in Gosberton Fen, and I can remember regularly running along the dikes which crisscross the land and were sort of irrigation and a drainage system. And I every day, in fact, I used to hobble up the dike banks and run from one farm to the other, and then back again, crawling underneath the gates that separated one area from the other. And it was tremendous fun, rain or shine. If it rained particularly hard, I sheltered under a nearby cabbage leaf, or I just got wet. And I can remember at the age of 5 or 6, struggling under a bale of hay or a bale of straw to take it to the animals for foddering, and I was very hands-on, and I was driving a tractor. Round about that time, I think a little 1960s Massey Ferguson, a red Massey Ferguson, one of those sort of vintage type things, or maybe it was one of those, certainly by the time I was a little older, it was one of those 1970s one, but I can also remember sitting on the back planting carrots or broccoli or something, and yes, so Miriam Margolyes, have a listen to what she's got to say. We might, as we're talking about her, we might as well hear what she's got to say, don't you?
You're a Vogue cover star. You just look gorgeous. Well, how did that happen, and how did you feel when you see that now?
I thought it was a hoax. My agent contacted me and said that Vogue had written to them and said, would I be on the cover of the Gay Pride issue?
Yeah.
Well, it's only because I'm an old dyke, that's why. But I was happy to take it. Is that all right? Can you say that?
I don't know.
No. An elderly lesbian. Can you say that?
Probably say
because I'm an elderly lesbian.
And there we are. She's got a book out which is arriving through my post, I hope, tomorrow morning, courtesy of Amazon. And I shall let you know what I think of it by the end of the day, with any luck. And that and the Rory Stewart tome are both popping through my letterbox, and I am looking forward to both immensely. The last book I got of Miriam Margolyes I devoured in moments, and Rory Stewart, of course, though he's unlikely to talk so enthusiastically about dykes, is also very good at rural walking and pulling attention. I remember meeting him at the last election, and we were both in the green room at the same time. And the person I didn't meet then was Alistair Campbell, who was also there, but maybe he and Rory went off into a huddle to plan their podcast together.